Hey everybody, Lisa here. I'm not doing Dreamtime stuff today. This is a reach out. I just made a video and I had to look through my stuff and I said my Work Pro drill had been stolen, but I actually put it away. But what has been stolen is a little container of screw eyes and things you would use for hanging on the wall, little brass brads and stuff like that. Paper clips out of my I had a thing of large paper clips. Things get stolen out of my apartment and I can't call the police because the windows or the doors are not broken. And it's come to my attention. Benedict Cumberbatch reached out for me to talk about the clone because that benefited him. And I'm starting to be concerned that Ben is a person who will only do things for money. And I believe he was paid by my sister or my brother to keep me repressed and keep me down mentally, emotionally, here within my home. He's quantumly entangled to me, and I know the last video caused him some stress because I can feel his stress when he's stressing. I'd really like the charade of you, Ben, to end. The whole stupidity of Trent Reznor saying, he's coming to marry you. Will you leave with him right away? Can you please stop? I'm being harassed by these people who human trafficked me with CCTV cameras unbeknownst to my knowledge. They paid my husband or my husbands, because I think the first one was involved and started this whole deal. I do know from Spirit that the account my sister was using that's mine in my name was frozen in June. I have not received a dime. And they're trying to unalive me in various different ways. And one of them is just to make it so that I use up all my money. I found my drill and I'm grateful. But the little thing of bits and pieces is not here. So I'm remaking this. And I mentioned names: Sophie, Hunter, Elon Musk, Benedict Cumberbatch, among others. There's others. There's celebrities who are embarrassed that they watched me on CCTV camera. This is the hidden court case that nobody wants to make public. And it's international terrorism, human trafficking on a grand scale. When people are dosed and drugged and then put out with witchcraft and warlockery, and then people enter that person's home via their husband's approval and then are raped, and who only knows what of that has been viewed on CCTV camera, and then you big name schmoes pay to watch that shit. That's human trafficking. And I'm a victim. I've never been paid, and now I'm at the lowest ebb I've ever been in my life at 69 years old, trying to rebuild my life. Well, Ben knows I was going to make art, so he would know to take that little thing. And then there's a woman upstairs who spends 9 hours in the bathtub. And he'll tell me about it. Witches that do water magic do that. It's disgusting what I'm going through. It sounds like a make-believe tale, but I hope none of you go through it targeted with weapons and be made all sore. Thank God I know how to use stones and keep myself well. And so to anybody out there, Ben has no intention of making it right with me or marrying me. I'm an it to him, test subject. And so on Saturday I will not be singing a soliloquy. I'm not going to sing the Sophie song. The soliloquy will be called Test Subject. And those of you who are targeted, listen well when I read the harp chapters. There's a lot of information there. So Ben had told me he had a meeting with Martin Brusque, but my numbers haven't changed, Ben. So you told him to keep on keeping the button down. What a pal you are. And then you have sex with me at night in 5D. You're disgusting. It's really, really disappointing when your favorite actor turns out to be the most disreputable person you can imagine. And by the way, I did send him a hate letter with a piece of artwork, which I probably shouldn't have given to him. Anyway, I hope none of you go through what I'm going through. Thank you for listening. Be well now.